Let's be real. If you've ever found yourself just drowning in a sea of PDFs, manually sifting through hundreds of papers to find that one tiny research gap, you know the pain. I mean, that used to be a 6-month slog, easily. But we're in the AI era now, and what took months can now be done in days and with more clarity than ever before. So let's dive into how this new workflow actually works.
Look, we're all moving away from this old, frankly frustrating process. Manual keyword searches, getting completely overloaded with information, and just months of your life gone. The new way is all about a strategic AI-powered approach that gets you focused clarity in a matter of days. And this isn't just about being faster. It's about shifting our energy away from the grunt work and toward what really matters, thinking strategically.
So where do we even begin? Well, phase 1 is all about discovery and scoping. And listen, this isn't just about grabbing a bunch of papers. It's about finding the right papers, the ones that are going to form the solid foundation for your entire review.
Our first stop is Semantic Scholar. You can think of it as like Google Scholar, but supercharged with AI. Instead of just matching keywords, it actually understands the meaning and the context of what you're searching for. It helps you cut right through the noise and get straight to the research that matters.
Okay, the real magic of Semantic Scholar is in its filters. You can instantly see the most influential papers by sorting by citation count, or maybe narrow in on just the latest research with a date filter. And my personal favorite, the Has PDF filter, which saves you the absolute headache of hitting paywalls. It's all about working smarter, not harder.
All right, so you found a great list of papers. Awesome. But honestly, who has the time to read 50 PDFs just to get a high-level feel for the field? And that brings us to the next big challenge. How do you synthesize all of that information fast?
And for that, we have a tool called Consensus. Now, this isn't about searching keywords. It's about asking direct research questions, just like you would a colleague. Consensus then scans millions of studies to give you actual evidence-based answers, not just a list of links.
This right here is the consensus meter, and it is an absolute game changer. Instead of spending weeks reading to figure out where the debate is, you get an instant summary. So for a topic like social media and adolescent mental health, you can see right away that the research is divided. This one little chart can save you weeks of reading and point you straight toward the controversy and the opportunity.
So let's move on to phase 2. You've got your core papers, you've got a high-level summary, great. Now you need to connect the dots and make absolutely sure you haven't missed any crucial links in the research landscape.
To do that, we're going to turn to Research Rabbit. The best way to think about this tool is that it creates a visual family tree for your research topic. It actually shows you how all the papers are connected through citations, which helps you discover both the really foundational work and the newest studies building on it.
And the process is just beautifully simple. You start by feeding it just 2 or 3 seed papers, articles that you know are central to your topic. From there, it generates this amazing interactive map. You can follow citation trails backwards to find the origins of an idea, or you can follow them forward to see who's citing that work right now. It's an incredibly powerful way to make sure your review is truly complete.
And that brings us to phase 3, synthesis and analysis. So, we've collected the literature, and now it's time to move beyond just reading one paper after another and start understanding the entire conversation so you can find where you can contribute.
This is a really fundamental shift in how we think about research. You're no longer just looking at one paper at a time. With the right tools, you can upload your entire curated library and start asking questions across all of them at the same time. You can uncover trends and patterns that you would literally never spot otherwise.
For this part, you've got a couple of excellent options. Google's Notebook LM is totally free and it's fantastic for creating mind maps and summaries from up to 50 sources. Then there's SciPace, which has both free and paid tiers, and its real strength is its AI agent. It can do really advanced Q&A and full-text searches across your whole library. Really, your choice just depends on what you need and what your budget looks like.
Just imagine asking your entire library of papers, hey, create a table comparing all your methodologies. In seconds, you get a perfectly organized summary just like this, and you can immediately spot trends. In this case, maybe you see that surveys are really common, but experimental studies are rare. That one insight could be the spark for your entire project.
This is where the real detective work begins. You start interrogating your library with really targeted questions. When you ask about the limitations cited across dozens of studies or where the findings just don't add up, the research gap doesn't just appear, it becomes impossible to ignore. You're digging for gold here.
Okay, now for what is arguably the single most important step, verification.
As we embrace all these powerful AI tools, we absolutely must maintain academic rigor and integrity. This is where the human element is completely non-negotiable.
And this quote from another researcher just cuts right to the chase. The single biggest danger of using AI in this way is the risk of hallucinations. That's when the AI confidently presents fabricated information, including citations to papers that don't even exist.
So let's be crystal clear about what we're talking about. An AI hallucination isn't just a mistake. It's the AI literally making stuff up and presenting it as truth. In academic work, a hallucinated reference isn't just an error. It's a critical flaw that undermines the credibility of your entire literature review.
Thankfully, there are tools being built to fight this exact problem. One of them is called TrueCite, and it is designed for one specific crucial task: to verify that your citations are real and that they point to actual existing research. And here's what that looks like. You get a clear, immediate verdict on every single citation. Real references get a green check, verified with high confidence. Fabricated ones get a big red X, flagged as fake. This simple check is an absolute must to protect the integrity of your work.
So here's the key takeaway from all of this. AI is an incredibly powerful research assistant. I mean, it can help you discover, organize, and explore literature at a scale and speed we couldn't even imagine before. But it is not, and it should never be, the researcher. The critical thinking, the judgment, formulating a novel hypothesis, that all has to come from you. The AI can organize the information, but you are the one who provides the analysis and builds the strong, defensible case for why your new work actually matters.
Ultimately, these tools give us this unprecedented ability to stand on these shoulders of giants by organizing everything that's already known. So the real question is, with that kind of power at your fingertips, what are you going to discover next?